This is absolutely insane. This microphone is confusing. I got a new microphone for this podcast, and God, you have to remember to turn the the switch to on. There's this little switch on the microphone, and you have to switch it on. And I forgot to do that. I tried recording this episode 2 times already, and I forgot. I keep forgetting to do that. I really hope that I don't do that in the future, where I get like an hour in and I fucking forget to turn it on, man. That would be a nightmare. That's a YouTuber's nightmare. I mean, really, any creator who uploads video or vlogs themselves or whatever, that's a nightmare. Like, imagine you're like some sort of cameraman for the NFL, and you're supposed to be recording a game and you didn't have the camera on. I'm sure it's way more complex than that, but you would be fired, wouldn't you? I bet you would. Anyways, my name's Albert Orange, and it's Before the Bell. God, it took me so long, 2.5 minutes to introduce myself. That's insane. I can already tell I'm going to be doing a lot of editing on these podcasts, which I decided to do on a whim. I've always wanted to do a podcast. I just didn't know. I mean, I knew how to make a podcast. Like, I'm recording this on the Anchor website. There's this amazing app called Anchor. And yeah, they basically just do all the hard work for you. And all you have to do is just like record your podcast, maybe edit if you want, put in some music if you want. And that's it. They do all the distributing and whatnot for you. It's actually really cool. And if it weren't for this app, I probably wouldn't even be doing a podcast. But what was I saying? Yeah, I've always been interested in making a podcast. I like listening to podcasts. I think I like listening to podcasts more than music. And I don't know why. I just like doing things more with podcasts playing in the background than with music. And I don't know why. Like, I guess it's just listening to conversation that's just more, it grabs my attention more, listening to people having a conversation than, a guy going, and I got a Benz, I got a Lambo, yeah, I got 10 bands, yeah. That little sample was off of my debut album. It's called Lil Hardcore Money, first studio album. That's my rap name. God, we're off to a great start, aren't we? Look at that. We're almost 6 minutes into this nonsense. But anyways, yeah, so I wanted to make a podcast, and I decided, I want my voice to sound decent. I don't want any crap microphone, degrading the quality of my voice, because my voice is silky, it's smooth. It's not the deepest voice, but it reminds me of my sweet, sweet old grandma. and she had a deep voice for a strong woman of her caliber. She had a deep voice. And whenever I hear my voice, I hear my grandma. And so, yeah, she passed away a few years ago. Uh, that's a lie. I'm kidding. I'm going to be bullshitting around a lot on this podcast. Anyways, so I wanted to buy a microphone so my voice actually sounds great. And yeah, so I've been waiting on this microphone for about a week. And it finally came through this morning. I didn't even read the instruction manual. I knew how to connect it to my computer because that's the sort of tech genius that I am, you know? I'm so intelligent. All the USB wires and, you know? I'm just so intelligent, except that I can't remember to switch the damn microphone on, you know? Anyways, you could probably hear I'm in a very noisy environment here. I'm not recording in a closet like almost every other podcaster does. I'm actually recording in my living room. There's probably lots of white noise playing that you can hear. You could probably hear my clocks. There's two clocks here. One in my living room, and then my kitchen is like right next to the living room. There's no wall separating it. It's just there. I can literally just walk into it right now. And over in the kitchen is the loudest clock. I wonder if you can hear it. It is the loudest fucking ticking in the history of man. It's louder than Big Ben, honestly. So I hope that's not too much of a problem. But I'm glad, I wanted this microphone just to feel like a professional. And it does feel like I'm a professional because I'm recording this on my couch. So, and I have a tripod with it. It came with a tripod, the microphone, but I'm not using it. I'm actually just holding the microphone with my hand now. But I feel like such a professional, you know? This podcast feels legit. And I'm just glad. Also, speaking of, I just remembered I wanted to add this. Every 5 minutes, or well, not 5 minutes because it's been 10 minutes now and hasn't come on, but every so often, we have, I swear, my house was built in the 70s, but this house has like these vents going in the floors, and every so often the vents will start just spewing out air. You know, it's not even like those vents that I don't know that a school might have where it's on like the ceiling and it's like this like big square, and then it just spews out air. No, it's like these little tiny vents on the floor, and there's one in every room, and it's like this little like it's like a foot long by I don't know half a foot, and it just spews out air every so often, and it does that a lot in the winter, and I don't think we can turn it off. So, and to add to that, I don't know if you might have heard this already, but I live on the noisiest road ever. I mean, there's no honking, there's no beeping, there's no cars, yelling at each other. There's no road rage. Like, it's literally a road that you know, the speed limit is 45 miles an hour, and my house is right on it. It's just right next to the fucking road. And all day, like you wouldn't even hear this in like a quieter neighborhood. But ever since I was a child, I've just been tuning out the noises of the road, just cars speeding. And it used to be 50 miles an hour. They changed it down to 45. But I mean, there's not a minute that goes by where a car can't be heard, you know? So, yeah, I live in a noisy environment. There's this, our refrigerator has I don't know what it does, but every so often it just like starts humming for no fucking reason. I shouldn't say bad words on this podcast. There's a time and place. I mean, you know what? I probably will say bad words on this podcast, but right there when I said for no fucking reason, like I already said fucking like 6 times today, like right now in the past 14 minutes that I've been recording. Maybe it's more than that. But sometimes there's just no reason to cuss. And I used to be like that. When I was younger, I was like in every sentence I said a bad word. It was either something like, "Hey, fucking, let's go to the fucking restaurant." Shit. Okay, that's what I would say like all day, all the time. You know. Hey, fucking, let's fucking decorate this shit tree. That would be me as a 14-year-old. I was so cringy. I think I'm okay. I don't feel any different. There was one time where I had a COVID scare. I mean, there was one night where I was sneezing, I was coughing, and I was like, "Oh my god." I don't know if anyone listening has had a scare like that. Look, listen, you hear this shit? The vents are going off right now and it's just spewing air. I can't shut it off. I can't do anything. It's so bad. But anyways, yeah, I don't know if anyone listening has had a COVID scare like that, but it is terrifying because then you're like stressing out. You're starting to think about all the places that you've been to and where you could have caught it, you know? And then me, I have work to do. I have school, I've got work. I'm doing this podcast now, but you're like, "Oh my god, am I going to have to finish this semester on a fucking ventilator? Is that how it's going to be?" Cuz I'm not up for that. I don't want to do that. I'd rather not do school at all. Just play video games. What do people on ventilators do, anyways? Like, I'm not trying to be funny here, but God, that sounds like such a terrible thing to go through. Because you're just literally just there, I don't know. I don't know what people do on ventilators. Like, I mean, they can't go anywhere, obviously. I don't know, man. If I was on a ventilator, I would do everything I can to just to even like play on my iPad, you know? Like I don't need a PS4 or a PS5 or whatever. I just, if I could play just anything on my iPad. Right now I'm playing Minecraft on my iPad. I started playing Minecraft there, and it's better if you're playing with a controller, but if it was just the iPad and I had to use touchscreen, like that would be it for me, Like I would do everything I can to do that while on the ventilator. But I don't know. If anyone does know, tell me about it, cuz I'd like to know what these people are going through. These tough times. Anyways, we're on 20 minutes now. That's crazy. That is crazy. Another thing about this microphone is that there's a fucking bright light, like right above the on and off switch that I was talking about. There's this bright, it's not even that big. It's like the size of I don't fucking know. It's like the size of a small earring, you know? I don't know, but it's tiny. It's so bright, and I had to get some a piece of paper and a piece of tape, and I just covered that shit up. There we go. That's how you cuss, people. When you're angry at something, you want to get it out of your system. You just say, "Cover that shit up." In a southern accent too. I cover that shit up. I don't care. Makes it way better. Oh man. Awkward. Anyways, I had a good Christmas. I'm getting ready for the new year. Man, what a year it's been. It's been good and bad. Mostly bad. I'd say, no, I'd say 50% bad, 50% good. It's just been like meh. Nothing's really happened. Nothing good, anyways. But, The Mandalorian came out. I was excited for that. It started coming out like in November, right? But I was still working on college. Huh. I decided that I would give myself until Christmas break to finish everything so that I could watch Mandalorian. And man, college is so fucking hard, man. It is the hardest thing. Like toward the end, I was getting crushed. I felt like everything was against me, you know? I don't know, man. But I just worked through it, got everything done, and yeah, I just started watching Mandalorian. It is such a great season. I don't want to give it away, the ending, for anyone who hasn't seen it. Like, if you're not a fan of Star Wars, you have to admit, like, it's just such a beautiful show. It looks so good. And it is like, I mean, you don't even have to know any of the backstory to enjoy the show. Like, it definitely helps if you watched, at least all of the movies. Well, only six of them. But, you don't have to watch them. You could just watch Mandalorian. There you go. But there's a few things that non-Star Wars fans won't get, like the dark saber, the black lightsaber. Like if you haven't seen the Clone Wars animated show or the other one, Rebels, I think it's called that. Yeah, yeah, Star Wars Rebels. If you haven't seen the animated shows and you watch Mandalorian, I mean, you'll be amazed because I mean it's a fucking black lightsaber, and it's not even shaped like a normal lightsaber. It's not even like round at the tip. It's literally like a sword, like the shape of a katana or something like that. But it's just plasma. You know. But if you've seen the animated shows, you're like, oh my god, how did it end up there? Because it's such an interesting, weird backstory with a black lightsaber. It's had so many different wielders, in the Star Wars lore. And you're like, oh my god. Because now the main antagonist of the Mandalorian has it, and you're like, how did he get it? Hey, this is Albert Orange, and I'm a dumbass. Why, you ask? Well, I'll tell you why. That whole segment that I just recorded, yeah, I thought I was recording on my microphone that I bought, but turns out it was recording from my computer the entire time. So, I screwed up there, and now I was saying all this stuff about, you know, oh, I got a new microphone and you know, it's great. I've always wanted to get this microphone and I'm not even using it. And so for the entire, how many minutes was it? It was like almost 28 minutes. For the entire 28 minutes there, I was sitting on my couch talking into a microphone, but it's not even going through. My voice is actually just going through the microphone on my computer, which, is not what I want. I paid $80 for this microphone and I'm not even fucking using it. But hopefully it's recording now. Hopefully the sound quality is much better. The show is almost over, by the way. This episode. It's not even. Oh my fucking god. I can't believe that. I mean, this Anchor, because I'm recording with Anchor, right? And I'm recording on their website. And you have to select which kind of input you're using. And I forgot to select this, USB microphone that I bought. So it automatically just switched to default, which was my computer microphone. And you know what? I don't have to explain that shit. God damn it. I'm so bad. I'm furious. I spent 28 minutes just blabbering on about ventilators and Minecraft and Christmas break. And all the while, oh my god, and I was I was talking about the clocks. Remember when I was talking about my clocks in my living room and the kitchen, and I actually held this USB microphone up in the air so that it might pick up the ticking. But oh my fucking god, but it's not even going through. You probably can't even hear the ticking on the computer recording, but god damn it. Okay. I think I'm gonna end this episode right now. Oh, fuck. It's not a big deal, honestly. I'm not gonna complain. I'm done complaining. Okay? No more complaints from me. All right? That's not even a New Year's resolution. That's just my motto. No complaints. All right? And it's still such a noisy background. Man, I'm probably going to have to record this somewhere else, but yeah, it's been a good one. Good first episode. I'm glad. All right. Catch you later on the next Before the Bell. Thanks for wasting your time with me.